Hello and welcome to West Tyne Light Network. You're listening to me, Matthew Erskine. Now, an announcement first. I've been told I can call this a podcast by somebody in the know. I just call it a recording that I used to put up on the internet for people to listen to, but I don't know if it's official or not, but seemingly I can call this now a podcast. So you're listening, Matthew, listening to the West Tyne Light Network podcast with me, Matthew Erskine. Well, anyway, our first item on the agenda is a little story that came from the Sunday Sun this gone week, and it's Nelson is named top cat. Now, Nelson the Miracle Moggy has proved cats really do have 9 lives, after surviving sleeping rough for 15 years with just one eye. Well, it shouldn't have been that hard. It would have been 30 with 2, wouldn't it? Well, anyway, and now the feisty feline has been named Britain's Cat of the Year and has a backstory that would kill any X Factor contestants. In July, the Sunday Sun revealed how, as a kitten, Nelson was cruelly thrown into the sea at Seaham Docks in his sack alongside his litter mates. Fortunately, a fisherman plucked the bag from the waves, but only Nelson and one other kitten survived. The tough times weren't over for the courageous cat, as he then spent the following years living on the dock in a little cabin. Despite being watched over by local fishermen, he lost an eye when a gang of thugs threw rocks at him. Now, Nelson was eventually scared out of his home in 2009, when work started on the new marina, and the heavy machinery became too frightening. He finally hit the jackpot in 2009 when Andrea Huntley Crow, good for a cat, hunting a crow, and her husband Dave heard about his eventful life and gave him a new home. All of this sounds a bit suspicious, but it carries on here. But Nelson's woes didn't stop there. He was diagnosed with an inoperable heart tumour in January this year, but despite a bleak prognosis, he has amazed vets with his zest for life. Now, he wowed the judges with his amazing story of living over a decade on the docks. The 20-year-old was named overall National Cat of the Year after winning the most incredible story category at an awards ceremony at the Savoy Hotel in London. He has taken the trophy in the Cats Protection's National Cat of the Year Awards 2014, which coincides with World Cat Day. So that's Nelson the cat. Right, now, where are we up to? Yes. Don't sit looking at me like that there. Silly pigeon. Pigeon sitting at the window outside or out on the street. Oh, it's flown away. See, it flew away in a bit of a flap. Never mind. Right, anyway. It's time now to hear from our usual correspondent, Longlegs Percy. Now, this week our chief summariser, Longlegs Percy, decided he should find somebody to talk to, and he's here now to tell us all about it. Oh, what's that? Oh, he's not here. Oh, right. Well, it does appear that Percy's not here. Oh, the producer got a text earlier saying Longlegs is locked in a cupboard under the stairs at a house somewhere near Humsdorf. Or Bellingham. Or Hexham. He hasn't a clue, has he? No, you're shaking your head, look. No, he hasn't a clue. We don't know where he is he? No, right. But, well, anyway, the last time I saw Longlegs Percy, he decided he was going to try and find out who this Mr. Hextall was. Thank you. Announcement. It's my turn now, but he was going to find out who this Mr. Hextall is, who's always writing in the local paper. Well, that was a fortnight ago, and all he had come up with was some rubbish about him being a portly little chap. Oh no, he hasn't. What's this? Oh, he's handing me a bit of paper here now. What's this? Oh, look at this. Old Longlegs Percy has sent us a poem. Now, I haven't read this, so I have no idea what's going to come out. There's no Longlegs, it'll be a load of rubbish. But no, here it is. It should be good. He has spoken to Mr. Hextall. And my word, he's found out a lot of information. He spoke to him last week, a fortnight ago. And he's produced a little poem on him. He's wrote a poem. My word, Longlegs, you've done well. So I'll just have a quick scan through this. By the way, if you want to get in touch, you can on the West Tyne Light Network. You're listening to Matthew Erskine here. You can go to the YouTube site, or bit on YouTube, which we can now call a podcast. You simply go onto the YouTube website and search for West Tyne Light Network, or you can go on Facebook and search for MJE West Tyne LN. That's MJE West Tyne LN. The MJE bit is Matthew James Erskine, that's me. And then the West Tyne, and then well, you know what I mean. West Tyne LN. And also you can go to Twitter, which is Matthew Erskine @West Tyne. So that's how you can get in contact. Now I've flicked through this poem quickly, and my word, I must say it is quite good. So, right, here we go. We'll give it a go and see what you think. I do invite your comments on these things, especially from Mr. Hextall himself, if he's around. And he might be listening even. You know what the Hexham Command officer's like. But anyway, here's a poem from Longlegs Percy. Mr. Hextall. He's a portly little chap from Mac, who became a humorous weekly hack. His bumbling gait, the whirling days, but his talents come to the fore, alas, at the expense of every fusty council bore. Yet DIY? Yes, why, exactly, he should try it, no one knows. If he was left in charge, bloody hell would have froze. He's more inclined to eating tripe than having success with a leaky pipe. Not that it stops him trying, under the gaze of Mrs. Hextall's prying. And if all else fails, get him some nails, and a hammer into the mix, and how he creates such a comical fix. Without a doubt, he could be good, but it always ends in a pool of blood. By foreign seas he dongs his trunks, with what seems an ageless wonder, with Mrs. H peeping out from the blanket her head is under. From pies to pop to a pink flamingo bop, he is never without a shave and shower, even swilling Vimto under Blackpool Tower. But this is Mr. Hextall, as clear as day, or perhaps Harold Bishop, from neighbours, if you pass him on his way. Well, thank you for that, Longlegs Percy. That was very good. I'm sure Mr. Hextall will be delighted with that poem. And what's more, it has some very good describing words in it. Now, but he failed to mention when he sent this poem, that he did send a 3-page list of alternative describing words for Mr. Hextall, only which of some you can read out. So here we have reams of paper here in the studio, but here, a bacon butty lover, a pie munching, or steak crunching, Vimto swilling, I think we had Vimto swilling, beer drinking, pop smuggling, Manchester City man, a bumbling driver, a charades actor, a Scrabble king, a decent fellow, usually mellow, a grander bean, useless with a washing machine, a globe trotter, a good potter, whatever that must be good at snooker, sport fanatic, not all that aerobatic. Who would write such a thing? I can't read that one. Shirt gaping, shiny shoed, very clued, always rushing, hard of hearing, computer dumb, he loves a plum. A reporting great. These are all describing words in this 3-page list that Longlegs Percy sent me. The 20th century came too late. A tea hater would be a handful for an alligator. He's full of fun, an ache or two. He never let a blue bottle through. DIY, I think we had that, but why exactly? Puts Longlegs Percy. Chicken catcher, Brands Hatcher. Mario Carter fined... No, well, we can't have that one, but... Speedo wearing, Mrs. Hextall up despairing. Canine keeper, always looking to get it cheaper. Texting novice, court reporter, has there ever been one shorter? And that, listeners, is the alternative phrases from Mr. Hextall, who writes for the local paper. Well, thank you, Longlegs Percy, that was very enlightening. I'm sure Mr. Hextall will be delighted. But you did get me out a bit of a fix there, did you, Longlegs Percy? But, well, wait a minute, what's that? Somebody else is waving a sheet of paper at us now. I've got that many sheets of paper here, I could think I was growing trees in the backyard. But never mind, we'll see what's going on. Well, pass it over here. Come on. Right, what's this? Start from the red line. Well, there's a great big red line written across the bottom sheet of the paper. Yeah, right. Yes. Now, yes, Longlegs Percy was meant to be stuck under the stairs at a house somewhere up the North Tyne. But we have an update here from him. From him, Longlegs Percy. And he says, he sent an email. I heard that, you thieving fool. I can still use the internet on my phone, you know. And anyway, I'm not even under the stairs. Mrs. Back in 5 only came back after 25 hours. I am in a hospital mortuary frozen stiff. And he asks why they can't put the central heating on in these places. I should be back with you very soon. Not too soon, I hope, Longlegs, not where you are. But and he signs it off, Your Eminent. Who does he think he is? Your Eminent Summariser, Longlegs Percy. P.S. Oh, there's a P.S. There's no P.S. though, just a P.S. I think I met a black widow who liked cherry. And that's where he signs off. So anyway, that was from Longlegs Percy. So we know where he is now. He's in a hospital mortuary, freezing cold. I wonder which hospital he's in. Might be that new one at Cromlington. No, that's not built yet, is it? Well, nobody wants it anyway. That's why they're taking their time with it. It's quite a lovely looking building though. When you look at it, it's all cylinder shaped at each corner. Looks like one of them things you would see in an underground prison. That film with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was it called? Where he had to break him out of prison. Yes, well, it looks a bit like that. But never mind. I'm sure they're doing a fine job over in Cromlington. So it can't be there. So where's the other hospitals? Come on, I need a list, yeah? What do you mean I should know where all the hospitals are? I know where one is, I know where Hexham is. It's never open. It's pointless. Ambulances never turn up at the hospital. They'll always have to take you somewhere else. And you realise that quickly. Bit me tongue there and repealed that remark and made it better, because the ambulance paramedics do a fantastic job wherever they are called to and whenever they are called. So, Wansbeck, he's holding a big sign up in front of us here saying Wansbeck General Hospital. That's at Ashington, isn't it? Well, what would Longlegs Percy be doing up at Ashington? I don't know. He was at Blythe at that Tiddlywinks tournament though, wasn't he? You know, when he went up, he took his bag of coins with him, his Tiddlywinks. Oh, you see, you remember now, don't you? Yes. You can't hear him because he's through this pane of glass over here. Well, it's not a pane of glass. He's sort of sitting in the corner of the room behind a vase of flowers and sort of whispering stuff and holding stuff up. And he's got 3 big, fat, coloured markers. One's orange, one's green and one's pink. And midway through, and not long now, it'll be changing to a she. And she will come in and sit there in the corner with a big black marker or a green marker and start writing stuff on bits of paper with what I'm meant to be doing. But it's the usual chaos. But anyway, now let's move on. We've had enough of long legs Percy just for this. Well, we haven't had enough of long legs Percy just yet, because now there's some more sheets of paper coming my way. Honestly, we're bedecked, yeah, with paper. What are we doing? Right. Well, where have I put that? No, we haven't got what we were going to do, so we'll move quickly on to the newsreel. When I can find that bit of paper, yes, it was our little new feature I'd set up. And I have heard something like this before, but I thought I'd repeat it. Don't tell anybody I pinched it. But it's called Tall Tales. But I'll tell you about it in a minute when they can find me the bit of paper. But anyway, our newsreel is, it's now time for the West Tyne Light Network newsreel. And these are stories that are absolutely obscure, totally useless, and probably have no meaning to anybody listening. But we'll read them anyway. Right, first off today. Indian businessman Pankaj Prakar spent almost £130,000 on a shirt made of 18 to 22 carat gold to celebrate his 45th birthday and show off how much money he's got. We'll forget about him. Now, it turns out 10 Downing Street could be yours for a mere £40,000. But this one is a small end of terrace property in Nottingham, currently being let out for £395 a month. I wouldn't pay that for the real one. And finally, what am I saying? And finally. But we move to Russia now, A fanatical anti-smoking doctor is facing assault charges after he pinned a patient to the floor and force-fed him cigarettes. Yuri Machenko caught the man lighting up at a hospital in Plast. Good for him. Not so good for the man he beat up though. But anyway, we move on. Bobby Lane, aged 26 from Kent, has spent the last year of her life feeling dizzy. I know what it's like, love. After a ride on a Super Bowl fairground ride triggered a rare neurological disorder. Well, nothing to do with them or me, it's just me. Right. Next headline, and it's reported, you near sex. Now, this isn't what it's going to be at all of what you're thinking. Now, to find out, well, I'll read it and you'll find out. Don't sit there sniggering in the corner. Sort that pigeon away from that window. Its button is off, look. Has it got one of them things round its ankle? A racing thing. Well, have a look, open the window. Oh, we can't open the window to let the sound in. Well, as if I haven't done enough rustling about with all them bits of paper you've been handing us. But, no, it hasn't got a racing thing round its foot. He's had a look. And now the swap over's taken place. Will you let me get on with the newsreel? Yes, hello. Sit. Right, we're in the middle of the newsreel. Now, don't write anything on that paper yet. Can I finish this, please? Right, we've only got 2 to do. Right, back to the newsreel. You near sex. Now, it's not what you think. Now, to find out if horses prefer carrying men or women, a team of researchers put it to the test. I mean, what is all this about? Somebody's paying money for this. The stress level and heart rate of horses is unaffected by riders' gender. An Austrian study found. It was thought that was a country you never heard note of in all this European financial chaos. Was Austria, was it? They were hiding behind the Germanic border. But anyway, an Austrian study found it was thought they might be calmer carrying women who tend to be lighter and gentler. Cheeky sods. Right. And our last bit on the newsreel. An idyllic venue for a hen do. Now, girls, don't get excited because this has nothing to do with girls going to get married and going out and getting drunk. A farmer has opened a hotel for chickens at a cost of £1 per night. Sam Jones, 18, is cashing in on owners who want their pets pampered while they go on holiday. Greenland's farm in Lancashire had dozens of reservations. I can't believe how much interest there has already been, he said. Well, good on him. I hope he makes some money. Need a lot of chickens, though, to make some money, wouldn't you? Yes. So if you've got 2 a night, what's this? Have you found this bit of paper yet? No, I haven't found this bit of paper yet. I don't know where it's gone. I really don't. It was here before. This is the bit for our new Tall Tales bit. Well, anyway, just time to remind you again. If you want to get in touch, you can. I don't know why you would like, but if you like what's going on, the chaos, you can go to the YouTube website and search for West Tyne Light Network, and you'll find this program, or podcast as I'm now allowed to call it, or I was told I should be calling it, where you'll find what I'm saying now to you. So you can type in West Tyne Light Network on YouTube, or you can go to Facebook, where it will be MJE West Tyne LN. That's MJE West Tyne LN, and I'm not going through all why it's MJE again, it's just that. Or you can go on to Twitter, where you can find us. You can find me, Matthew Erskine, at West Tyne. That's Matthew Erskine at West Tyne. So I'm still can't find this sheet of paper. I've got a load of stuff here about Longlegs Percy, but I can't find what I was actually going to do. But anyway, I'll tell you all about the tall tales, or tall stories. Now I actually pinched this. I heard this a few years ago, so I've pinched it, and we're going to try and do it again. But what it is there was two people, and they decided they would try and just create off the cuff a tall story, and each one just contributed half a paragraph, 2 or 3 sentences, or even just 2 sentences each. And it seems to get better as you go on, and one of the people was me, and it seemed to get better as we go on, as we got more into it. And that's the sheet of paper I've lost with it on. Now it did involve Longlegs Percy and a warthog, and a dodo called Dilby, a moth called Michael, and I can't remember the rest. But anyway, I haven't got time to explain it, but now I'm going to start yous off. If anybody's listening, and kids or anybody can get involved, I'm going to start you off with a paragraph, and all I want you to do is try and create something to go after it. So for instance, I will read out our first paragraph now, and it'll become self-explanatory in our tall tales. Now, here it is. An elephant by the name of Intense Tango decided to visit the Literary and Philosophical Society in Gisborough. While there, he broke 2 chairs and left a nice little parcel. Little did he know what was going on the roof. ... So you get it? You've just got to add the next bit. 1, 2, no more than 3 sentences to go, and just send me a message anywhere you want, and see what you can come up with, and we'll start putting it together. And I promise I'll read them. I promise. Yes, I've just been reminded. Yes, I will promise to read them. Don't worry about that. I am. But you get the idea. An elephant by the name of Intense Tango decided to visit the Literary and Philosophical Society in Gisborough. While there, he broke 2 chairs and left a nice little parcel. Little did he know what was going on the roof. ... So continue this tall tale. Well, that's just about it from me, Matthew Erskine, on the West Tyne Light Network. It's been lovely to be with you. This is the first time we've kind of put everything together in this 25 minutes. But we haven't had a poem. Of course, I'll do poem tonight as well, where it's a little bit more, how should I put it, a bit more calm and a bit more organised when I'm doing poem tonight than doing this. But you see, again, we've got a new tablecloth on this table. Everything's been put out of order. You know, the paper clips everywhere. But anyway, right, the tall stories, just see if you can add to it, and I'll read it once again if we've got time, which we haven't. But see if you can add. You'll hear it on the replay on YouTube of the programme. But from me, take care, and hope to be with you again soon. My name's Matthew Erskine. This is the West Tyne Light Network. This programme was produced by, me, Matthew Erskine. Goodbye.